It's 6:15. I'm going right now. I'm trying to go for a workout. Before I start the day, try to do my devotion, pray to God, and then set out how I want everything to be. Then I go for a workout. Right, I try to prep my mind because I don't want to see myself doing things that I'm not supposed to do. Right, I want to be prepped up. Tony Robbins talks about physiology. Talks about shifting the way your body moves. Your states, you have to be in a happy state where you can make happy decisions. Right, you have to learn to wake up early. By the time some people are still sleeping, some people are still sleeping at this time, around 6 o'clock. Children are still sleeping and things like that. But this is the time to get up very early and do so many things, especially prepping your mind, saying your prayers, planning your day, and things like that. Don't sleep off. Don't keep sleeping till 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock night. As a business owner, you need to understand how you handle misunderstandings. It's not just about settling conflict and things like that, or divorcing people. Sometimes ago I had an issue with one of my workers, and we went to a remote location to do some kind of jobs. And then while we were at the job, they were hungry, so I went to get them food and things like that. I sent one of my other boys to get the food, and then they went a while before they came back. These boys were really, really, really hungry, and we delayed because some police officials held us on the road. Right, they held us on the road, and then we couldn't come back in time. When we came, it was already very late, and these boys were tired. But when we came back, they were walking, but they were angrily walking. So I just had to tell them. I said, "Guys, we're sorry." And so when they got the food, they started eating very slowly. It was like, "Hey, you guys, you need to stop this. The way you're eating. You're eating too slowly, and I don't like it." In your business life, your workers are going to have issues with you. Your partners are going to have issues with you. You understand? Your team members are going to have issues with you. Your subordinates are going to have issues with you. But it's not just about them having issues with you. It's about how you solve these problems. These are human beings, right? And everybody's thinking about their issues from different points of views. You know what I'm saying? So it's not just about you bringing up your own, saying, it has to be done my way. It doesn't have to be done your way. Who are you? Like, you're a human being too. You just have the opportunity to be leading them, or you have the opportunity to know better than them at that point in time. So it just doesn't have to be done your way. So you need to calm down and then listen to whatever thing they are saying. You know what I'm saying? Listen to whatever thing they are saying. It just doesn't have to be done your way. You have to understand these issues and say, okay, these are the challenges we're having. This is how we'll fix it. What's your point of view? Actually, these are human beings. And it's just like your wife. You are going to quarrel every time. You're going to have issues. You're going to have misunderstanding with your wife. About big things, about minute things that people will be like, because of this thing that they fight. You're going to have such quarrels and such issues. You understand what I'm saying? But it's your wife, and then if you leave her, it's going to affect lots of things. It's going to affect your children. It's going to affect your future in so many ways. As for your wife, it's also very important for you to consider that, okay, this is my wife. We're having this quarrel. We're having this issue, but we're going to solve it. Honey, come, let's talk about this. I didn't like the way you did this. I didn't like the way you did that. I didn't like the way you did this. Let's talk about it. How do we fix it? How do we handle this issue? You understand? Many people sit down and iron issues out. You understand? And then sometimes if the thing cannot work, you call for, that's why you start thinking about a separation. If you've tried all your possible ways, you understand? And the same way with your team members, the same thing with your team members or your employees. It's not just about firing people, you understand? When you hire somebody, you sell them the vision and then they bought into it. And then, except if you find that okay, these people are not really into the vision. If they were once into the vision and then now they are no more agreeing with what you're saying, they're having a quarrel. It's not every quarrel that you just fire somebody, you know. They're having another thing is bothering them. You understand? I've seen people who we didn't expect to steal from one of my friend's company. We didn't expect that young man to steal from the company, from the business. But the young man stole. We were thinking that no, we're going to fire everybody and leave only this one. And it was that one that wanted to leave that ended up stealing from my friend's business, you know. So sometimes I have to sit down, and he has always been complaining. There were signs he has been complaining, okay, you're not taking care of him, this and this is happening and things like that. So one thing I feel is that you just need to sit down with your employees. If it's your employees you are quarreling with, or with your team members, and say, sit down, we need to iron these issues out. It's not just about saying I'm kicking you out of this place because you had this quarrel with me. Let's sit down and talk about this. This is what happened. Why did this happen? And what's your point of view? And then if the person is just way out, you know, sometimes you even need a third party to hear what those things are. And then you see that no, this is not going to favor me at all. Then you can let go of that person. You know what I'm saying? And then you see that this person is just way out of the vision. He cannot keep up with our vision. He cannot keep up with the momentum that we're running with. And sometimes you need a third eye to view that. Once you notice that you've seen that no, this person can't keep up. Once you've seen that you've noticed that this person can't keep up, then sometimes it's just good to let them go. That's the same thing with marriage or in wedding. You know, if this person is beating you, for example, is having domestic issues, and you report to the parents, the elders, and you try all your possible best and it can't work, then sometimes, you know, Christians also always talk about different value system, but sometimes you just have to be separated. For the meantime, till you fix that person's value system, till you fix that person's vision, the way the person is bought into the vision. If not, the person will just keep spoiling your ability to achieve that goal you set for yourself. That's just the truth. That's why before you hire somebody, before you get married to somebody, you have to make sure that you sell the person your vision. This is what I want to do. It's not just about getting anybody into the company or into the business. This is what I want to do. You understand what I'm saying? This is how I want to do it. Then you discuss those issues before you hire this person. You understand? So that you're not just be firing people anyhow, because it's going to affect you. Just like taking part of your heart. You understand? These things you have labored for, you have paid them. This is part of your sweat equity. So you need to really understand those things and say, okay, bro, I know we've had issues in the past. We've tried to discuss about it. Now let's try to talk about it. What happened? Who went wrong? Who didn't go wrong? Sometimes when you just discuss these issues, it just settles everything. You can be ready to say sorry if you're wrong. Sometimes you can be wrong. So just learn to, when you're wrong, you find that you're wrong, just apologize. Hey, I'm sorry for what happened. I didn't plan it that way. And then you apologize and move on. You understand what I'm saying? So that's just what I'm trying to share today, is that every time you have a disagreement with your employees or with your team members, it doesn't mean or necessarily mean you should just fire them. It doesn't mean that they disrespected you. They also have families, they have issues they're taking care of. So whether it's your laborers, whether it's your administrative staff, just learn to talk to people and say, this is what is happening, and then let's try to solve it. And when you discuss issues like this, you just say that everybody's ready to say sorry and move on, and they're ready to work harder because they know that you have an understanding heart and you're ready to understand what they're going through. So before you rush to fire that person, ensure that the fault is not from you. Have a discussion with them, and I'm sure business will be settled. And then if you find value from what I shared, please make sure you like, subscribe, please hit the subscription button, and then leave a comment about how you have handled issues in the past. I'll see you in the next video.